We were on anchor in Big Bay, Peter Island. We were joined by two other boats that was also off charter. I was in the cockpit of our 45-foot catamaran that we chartered for a private owner from New York. I looked to my left and I saw a Beneteau bareboat coming into the bay. Now, for the non-yachties, bareboats are just boats that people could rent in the Caribbean, mainly through sunsail and moorings. So they came in, went to the front of us and threw out their anchor. Within 2 minutes they were on the dinghy on their way to the beach. Following the beach path would then lead them to the Peter Island Hotel and Resort. I didn't think anything of it, so I went downstairs again. 5 minutes later, one of my friends on the other boat shouted, "Blackie, Blackie!" I came out and he pointed at the monohull that anchored 5 minutes ago in front of us. And I looked at that monohull and I saw, yep, it's definitely dragging its anchor and it's going to be upon us literally within a couple of minutes. And then I saw the two of my friends. They were climbing into their dinghies and going across to the monohull. And they shouted at me, "Hey, don't worry, mate, just get some line ready so that we can tie her on." I knew exactly what they meant. So I went into the one of the forward hatches and got a lot of line out, mooring line. And they nudged the boat away from us. One of them climbed on board and got the anchor up. The other one used his dinghy just to nudge her alongside. While they were nudging her, I got some fenders out and they nudged her onto us and I tied her on. So that her anchor was up. We were still anchored, very securely so. So there was nothing more to do, so we waited. Probably about an hour and a half later, I saw the dinghy come our way. They started pointing at both our boats and started talking excitedly, and they were, I saw, between the ages of probably 18 and 25, and there were 4 of them. And they came alongside on the other side and clambered back aboard the bareboat monohull. And I was standing on my deck waiting to talk to the guy and to tell him, you know, what we did and to ask him if he needs any further help going forward, whether he'll be okay, can we assist him with anchoring technique or anything like that. Because that's what we do. Yachties just do that. We are there to help each other. Unfortunately, not everybody in the BVI is necessarily a yachty. Some of these people just rent boats and they don't have a lot of skill. And it's left up to us to try and teach them as best we can. So they clambered back aboard and the guy came over to me and he was very, very arrogant and adamant when he told me that, "Whoa, what's your problem? Why do you just raft up next to me? You just can't do that." And I looked at him and I frowned and I thought to myself, "Listen, mate, I'm going to start swearing at you soon if you don't change your attitude." And I looked at this guy and I said, "Are you sure what you're talking about?" And again, he was arrogant and he said, "Well, if it wasn't you that was rafting up next to us, then you must have dragged onto us. So you'll have to make a plan." I looked at this guy and I said, "Yeah, sure, I'll make a plan." And I waved across to my friends. And literally within 30 seconds they were here and I said, "Okay, Blackie, let it go." We knew exactly what the story was and I started untying this guy. And he shouted back at me and he said, yeah, but you know, you'll see my anchor is still in the water. I just looked at him and I shook my head. And they nudged him. As soon as they start nudging him away from us, the guy's face, it was hilarious because his jaw dropped down when he realized that no, he didn't have an anchor in the water anymore. One of my friends shouted at him and said, listen, you wanted to be arrogant, we wanted to help you, now you must just go. And they eventually nudged him out and he was running around looking for, shouted, where's the key? And then they were gone. And my friends came back and they said, yeah, you know, Blackie, sometimes that happens. If you help people in this world, that is what you get. So I'm making this video just to tell people that there is still something like respect. There's something like respecting others and respecting other people's property. And just have self-respect for yourself. There's also something that's called apologizing. And it only takes 3 small words to do so. That guy had a perfect opportunity just to say, I am sorry, I made a mistake. Can we please, what can I do to rectify this situation? That would have taken all the wind out of my sails, and I would have gladly assisted that man. In this life, you will get back however you treat others. In this life, you will get exactly what you deserve. So please be kind to each other. Please have decency. Please have respect. Please treat other people the way that you would like to be treated. And remember the 3 magic words. I am sorry. Have a wonderful day.